going to do a mite check. See whether there's mites, how bad the mites are in the colony. Start a mite check by standard Mite Check. This is the swarm we caught up the top. I really glued this sucker down. There it goes. Wow. They're going at it. With the frame. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's really heavy. They've capped half of this with honey, and the rest of this they'll cap soon. That's a lot of food stores. Aside. We'll pull it aside. And up. And up. Oh, this one's more capped than the other. Everything looks good. All honey. We'll put a super on this hive when we finish. They're definitely ready for one. Well, past ready actually. Huh. Loads of honey. We capped brood this side. So this is just what you want. Honey along the outside and then the brood in the center. Maybe a little more honey than brood, but we'll fix that soon. This one feels lighter. It's eggs. Eggs and brood. Just less honey on the outside. That's a little closer to what we want. To do a mite check, you do a mite check on house bees who are nearest the brood. Because there should be more mites near the brood. You don't want to do it on field bees. The house bees ought to be all taken care of. Beautiful. So all capped on the outside, ready for them to go to winter with. The brood down below. I think we'll start to take some bees from there. So we need 300 bees to fill it up to here. center frame. See how it has more brood than anywhere else? It's still got the honey rainbow around the edge, but it's got more brood in the center. A little more. Let's see if we tamp it down or not quite all the way. Just run it along their backs, and they slip and fall off. A few of them won't be house bees, and those ones just fly off. The ones at the bottom. See, house bees, the youngest bees. They don't learn to fly until they're older. And so until they fly, they can't go out and forage. So they tend to building the wax, capping, honey, taking care of brood. They just tap them down, run it across. There's our 300 bees. As for the colony, start face inspection. This top box, we see everything we want and more. Brood. So they're growing, they're doing good. Lots of honey stores. The outside frame should be all honey. The inside frame should be honey and brood. That's absolutely perfect. Put this back on so they're not flying out so much and bothering me. We tamp this down. We screw on our mesh lid. We take plain powdered sugar. We put about 2 tablespoons in, somewhere about there. All the bees are white, and Noah, mark the clock on a minute. We shake them for 1 minute. Make sure we get them all so they're all covered with sugar. Don't hear them clumping. Now, this won't hurt the bees. They'll be a little shook up and angry, but isn't doing any damage to them. Got me to my glove.
Okay.
Okay, they're there for a minute. So we set them in direct sunlight. Then we set a timer. 3 minutes. Now what's happening here is in the direct sunlight. It's called the sugar shake method of treating for mites, as you can probably guess. Now, the direct sunlight, sugar doesn't kill the mites, but the bees are all trying to clean the sugar off of them. There are 300 bees all buzzing around trying to clean off the sugar inside, set in the direct sunlight on a hot day like this. They'll get over 100 degrees. Mites die at 100 degrees. So 3 minutes, all the mites will be dead. The bees will still be alive, just rather annoyed. Leave our timer. While they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and set these guys up with their super, which I probably should have already done. I got a little behind on them. There's their super box. And we'll give them some rougher foundations since they're so good they can draw some of this out on their own.
It's been 3 minutes.
I've got a timer going. Every now and again, I like to do foundationless frame so I can get some honeycomb honey. So I put those between two foundation frames so that the bees don't go too wild with fur comb if by some mishap they want to. And there's our timer. So we'll get that. Stop the timer without getting stung. Okay. So the bees make everything. Shake it. This is our powdered sugar. Into a jar. There'll always be a little bit of powdered sugar stuck to the edges. We'll get that out in a minute. We want to get all, or most of it, we want to get all of it into this jar. Then, being careful not to shake the bees out, or dump them. Watch this. See? All alive, healthy, and happy. Well, not really happy at the moment. But they're all alive and safe. I'll just crawl back. In a little bit, they'll lick the sugar off. And they'll be no worse for harm. Now we get back to Mite Check. water into this. Sweep it around so we don't miss anything. And we pour it back in here. We do that one more time. So we got everything. Then we count. Little floating mites. Mites are little yellow and red specks. So that's sometimes a little confusing because there'll be bits and pieces of wing and pollen and things that the bees lost in here. Then you just want to count the mites you can see. One, two, three. So you won't be able to see them, but there are 3 little mites floating around in there. That's pretty good, actually. So there are always mites in beehives these days. You want to make sure there's not too many of them. We have 300 bees. There's 3 mites in there. So that's 1 mite per 100. 6 is when you generally want to treat. 6 mites per 100, per 300 count. And over 15 mites is generally considered a death sentence. But we got 3, so that's not bad. And that's about it. We're just gonna put the hive back together. Like and subscribe.